Hi, guys. What's happening? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Progressive Microscope with DJ Tony. Hey, that's me. That's right. One thing you can always count on is a little funky noise to start the show. That's right. Our one hit wonder today was and will always be Billy Paul with Me and Mrs. Jones. That's right. And of course, Sue got that in about 2 seconds flat. Yeah, I think it took her about 2 seconds to get that one. So, hello to Bonzo, hello to Michael, hello to Billy, hello to Adam, Nikki, Peter, the wonderful Robeone. I like that, Robeone. You got to roll the R. Rockin' Mama Sue, and of course Rick Henry and Steve Bonino. Another wonderful edition of Influences today by Steve Bonino. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. So congratulations on another great show. Oh, that's right. Oh man, today's the day. Today's the day. I think America sang a song called "Today's the Day," didn't they? Yeah, I think so. I think it was off their album Hideaway. Somebody fact check me on that one. I think I'm correct. Sometimes I remember silly stuff that I really don't need to. Anyway, today's the day. The brand new release for Tony Romero's Vortex ZEN. And of course, I have got my close friend, my good buddy, my hero, Robert Schindler. Hi, Rob.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Doing
Man,
good.
just what?
I just hope, everybody can stay awake. This is, it's a meditation album. It's like,
I know. I was thinking the same thing, man. I was thinking, shit, we're going to put people to sleep. That's okay. Sit back. I know it's early here on the West Coast, but just remember it's 5 p.m. somewhere. Grab a glass of wine, turn the lights down low, pull your loved one close, and enjoy Zen. Rob, I'm digging the long hair, brother.
yeah,
I look good, man. I like it. I'm a little jealous, man. I used to wear my hair long back when I was younger. Now I just look like I look stupid with long hair. Hello to everybody in the chat room. Thank you guys for being here today, man. I really appreciate it. Man, are we excited? I'm really excited. Today is the release date. Tony Romero's Vortex.bandcamp.com. You can purchase the CD. There is only a limited number of these CDs. This is not a full production run like we did with Red 32. There's only so many available for purchase. So if you want a hard copy of it, you need to get on there and order it now or soon before they're all gone. The record label only has X amount. It ain't many. Let me tell you what. I only have 20 for me personally. So you guys, man, if you want a hard copy of it, I suggest you order it now. But
I only have one.
You only have one?
Yeah, one for myself. I'll have the rest at where at Prog Stock for sale.
Yeah, we got Prog Stock coming up. Hey, let's talk about Prog Stock real quick before we get onto the album, because I'll get sidetracked and I'll forget. Prog Stock's coming up here in 2 weeks from yesterday. Robert Schindler's going to be there. Rob, tell us about Prog Stock. What's going on this year?
Oh boy. Well, we have a new venue, the Williams Theater in Rutherford, New Jersey, which is an incredible complex. It's a lot nicer than, we had a beautiful theater before, but this is a really, really nice big complex with a lot of space. And there's going to be some amazing events going on there. For those who aren't familiar with Prog Stock, it's different than any other concert type thing you've ever been to. Everybody is accessible. It's just like one big happy family of Prague. All the musicians are available to meet and greet and talk to, and they do one-off spontaneous things that just only happen there, that never happen anywhere else, which is really great. But the lineup is like Ad Astra, Zola Cry, David Bainbridge with Sally Muneer, Dave Kersner, Matt Dorsey, Michael Sadler, Mystery, Patrick Moraz, Rachel Flowers, Randy McStein, the Mahavishnu Project, Travis Larkson Band, Unitopia. And of course, I'll be there playing every day. We've got some other great things going on there. Annie Haslam's going to be there with her artwork. Paul Whitehead again with his artwork, and it's going to be just amazing, as it always is. So
Yeah, it's an
and
incredible lineup, man. It really
yeah,
is.
and also available if you can't make it in person to New Jersey. It's going to be on stage it for streaming.
Right on stage it. Yep, that's right. So you will be able to tune in like myself. I can't make it all the way to back east, but don't forget, you guys. Robert is going to be doing his outside jam at the atrium 11:30 a.m. on Friday. So make sure and get there early and check out Robeone because he does some amazing stuff, all live improv killer stuff. So
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be doing like 3-hour sets every day, and lots of people will be coming out to jam with me. Joe Denizen will be jamming with me, and
nice.
David Bainbridge, Rachel Flowers, and hopefully I can get Patrick Moraz out there.
I was
So
just gonna say, hopefully Patrick can get out there with you, man. That'd be
yeah,
awesome. That'd be amazing. You know, is that going to be available on Stage It as well?
that
Or
I
is
don't know. I'm not probably. I don't know for 100%, but I don't think so.
yeah,
That's going to be one of the. I mean, there's certain things that are just in person only, because I don't think they
right.
can get all the video stuff out there from inside the theater, to take care of that. But hopefully it will get recorded and wind up on YouTube and stuff like that.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, so you guys, Prog Stock Friday, October 6th, Saturday the 7th, Sunday the 8th. Make sure and get your tickets. Head on out there and check out the wonderful lineup over at Prog Stock. So okay, hello to Kevin Feely who joined us in the chat room. Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate it. Let's get on to the CD release show. Man, Rob, this is really odd for me because this is my first try at kind of just doing my arrangements and my production and my writing and my mixing. So this is kind of a big deal. It's a little odd too because I'm really used to leaning on Steve quite a bit, for all that production and arrangement stuff. Yeah, I mean that's a big chunk of that is Steve. So I'm very proud of this because I put a lot of hard work into this. And there's several of these pieces that my part were done in one sitting, one take, no edits. The only edits on the song are like adding Rob on synth, just like the first song we're going to start with here, Africa. I did this in one take, and then Rob came along and added some beautiful, beautiful stuff to it. So let's do this. 9 tracks today, 75 minutes of music. You can find that, of course, at Melodic Revolution Records, and you could also find it at Tony Romero's Vortex.bandcamp.com. And this is the very first track. This is the first single we released about a month ago. This is called Africa. And of course, this features the amazing Robeone. We'll talk about this when we get back. So you guys know what to do. Crank it up, enjoy, and we'll be back.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome back. That was the opening track from my brand new album, Tony Romero's Vortex ZEN. That is called Africa, featuring Robeone. God, what a great part you put on that, Rob.
Thank you, sir. I'm just following your magic little things that you send on.
You know, you guys, it's funny because I try to write a little something every day. I try to sit down and put a little something together just for practice. And man, some of them are so goofy. I mean, some of them are just so bad. But every now and then I come out with a gem, and I really like some of these. And you know, I must have 100 tracks in a folder that have ones just these little ditties that I put together in the morning. Some of them are better than the others, but that track though I found very interesting because what I did on that is I had my my Korg mini log, my Hydrasynth Explorer, and my Roland FA06. I had them all MIDI'd together so that as I'm changing the chords, as I'm keying and playing along, it's moving the sounds of the drums, and they're not really drums. There's no real drums on this album. In fact, there's not even really any drum programming on it. It is all created through my synthesizer. That what sounds kind of like a tabla is the Hydrasynth, and I had that set up. I just stumbled across, you know, messing with the knobs and stuff. I stumbled across that sound, and I thought, whoa, that's a cool little sequence. So I put it into arpeggiation and put some background in, and I played it live, and I recorded that part live, and I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was the first single off the album. The next one, of course, this features Mr. Robeone again because Rob's awesome. Because Rob's awesome.
Well, plus I work for free.
That's true. That's a good price. I like that. You know, when I asked, I asked, I always tell these guys, I said, you know, if I ain't making no money, I have nothing to pay you guys. So we do this for fun. I mean, we really do. We do this for fun. And, you know, my friends like Peter Matusniak and stuff, you know, I always let them know, like, you know, hey, man, you ain't getting paid, bro. So I do, though, on my next album that I already started working on, I do have a very famous musician going to be on it, and he's going to play some sax. So this is going to be really interesting, and I'll tell you guys more as the album gets ready to, you know, I'm a long way away. I'm a good year away from really anything making any significant progress. But I've already wrote a track that I really like, and I sent it over to him, and he really liked it, and he said he would be happy to put some saxophone or clarinet. I told him even some clarinet would be cool on that. And so anyway, we'll give you more on that later. So anyways, track number 2. Let's get on to track number 2 here so I don't ramble. I start rambling, Rob.
It's okay. You're allowed. You better hurry up because Peter just posted that he's sending people around to collect his money. So,
well, I'm waiting on my Brinks truck so that I can drive away all that cash that I'm gonna make. So, anybody know of a good cheap Brinks truck? Because I'm gonna need it for all that beautiful cash that we're gonna make.
carry the Grammys home and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the Grammys and everything. Yeah, you know, I just hope to make a few people happy. I just hope, you know, people write me and say, hey, man, that was very relaxing. I like to do yoga to it. Merrick Arnold wrote, let's read what Merrick Arnold wrote about it here, which I thought was really cool that Merrick took time to listen. I thought that was just super cool of him, man. So Merrick Arnold from 7 Steps of the Green Door, Toxic Smile, Flaming Row, United Prog Fraternity, his brand new one, Merrick Arnold's Art Rock Project. By the way, he'll be on the show next week. He wrote, the album is made for making moods functional. I can imagine listening to it, getting a nice massage or laying on the beach and relaxing. I was so stoked. And then I asked him if I could use that quote, and he said yes. So it's like,
Yep.
yes.
Well, that
How
was the plan.
nice.
That was
How
the plan.
nice. Yeah. So anyway, track number 2 is called Ocean. This is another one that I did in one take. Rob came along and worked his magic on it as well. And we'll tell you more about it when we get back. So you guys know what to do. Crank it up, enjoy. And we'll be back here in a few minutes. This is track number 2 from the brand new album.
The mighty.
That's right. Welcome back. That was track number 2, Oceans. That is a very deeply layered track. There's a lot going on there. Some of those sounds you have with that Osmos, man, they're just amazing, Rob.
Well, that was more than the Osmos. It was the Osmos. It was the Mellotron. It was Roland Axe Edge. It was the Hydrosynth. It was.
Between me and you, there's like 7 synthesizers. I mean, most of this album is all synthesizer. I mean, between me and Rob, we both play keys. And like track 1, track 2, let's see, track 5, 6, 7 is, and 8 and 9, excuse me, 9, not 8, but 9 are all nothing but synthesizer. So, boy. A lot of nice comments in the chat room. Thank you, folks. I appreciate it. Whoever, J.A. Crispy, whoever you are, thank you so much for purchasing a copy of ZEN. I do appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think we have our first sale. Woohoo. Yay. I think everybody else fell asleep, Rob.
You know, you're talking to a dead guy.
Don't say that. Stop it. God, Rob. Don't say that. You're no longer allowed to say that, Rob, even though that is one of the funniest statements ever, ever on my show. When Rob said, I don't care, I'm old and going to die soon, unquote.
Let's, you know, just get out there, make a fool of myself. I don't care anymore.
Me too, man. You know, we put our souls into this stuff, man. And, you know, sometimes, you know, I have a hard time. So track number 3, this one here is very, I love this because this features Robeone, Steve Bonino on bass, and can I have your keys? Well, I already laid claimed Rob's keys, by the way.
Oh, there's going to be a fight. There's definitely going to be a fight.
Anyway, this features Robeone, Peter Matusniak on guitar, and Steve Bonino on bass. And I asked everybody to really tone it down because there's a lot to blend in here. And I didn't want any one instrument to stand out. I wanted to all just kind of flow in and out of the song. And I think everybody just nailed their parts. So let's do this. This was the first track I wrote for this album. And on my part, this is one track for me, live, unedited, hooking 3 synthesizers together, all of them in unison, and manipulating as I go. And this is called One with Meditation. And I thought this one really came out interesting. And this is more hypnotic than anything. Psychedelic hypnotic trance is what I might call it. Or we could just call it New Vibe. How's that, Rob? Let's call it New Vibe.
That's all right. I'm in a permanent trance, so it's cool.
Me too, man. So let's do this. Brand new track number 3, Tony Romero's Vortex, featuring Peter Matusniak, Steve Bonino, and of course Robeone. That's right. Crank it up. Enjoy, and we'll be back. Yeah, that's right. Welcome back. Oh man, I really like that one.
Me too. I mean, Peter did such an amazing job because
Oh,
I was doing the guitar part, and he perfectly like was weaving in and out of it and harmonizing with it, and it was just really really great.
he's just a genius. I mean, thank you so much, Peter, man. I'm
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
so grateful, man, that you took time to add to that one because it was just the perfect guitar piece. And like I said, you know, I wanted all the sounds to kind of just weave in and out of each other. And it was just brilliant the way Peter weaved in and
Yeah,
around the other sounds, like with your synthesizers and stuff. And, you know, of course,
yeah,
Steve Benino just did the perfect bass part. That was really all it needed was just that deep,
yeah.
very deep, like boom. That was perfect. I mean, you know, these guys are just, you guys are all just top notch musicians, man. I tell you what, man, I'm just constantly amazed by the things you guys do. Oh, but that was another one where I put the three synthesizers together and three of them, you know, the Korg and the Hydrasynth and the Roland. And another one where I had this weird arpeggiation thing going and I was just like, man, this is really sounds cool. I'm going to go with it. And just did it all free form. And then, you know, I mean, what I sent you guys was the original recording, unedited and unmodified. And I wanted it to be raw like that. I really like that. I really like the very raw, unrehearsed, unengineered, unedited music like that. It's a lot of fun to do. And it's really difficult to do too, because one mistake and you got to stop. So I didn't stop. I just kept going. Anyway, big shout out to Peter Matusniak, Steve Benino, Robeone for contributing to track number 3 from the new album here. We're going to get on to one of the more, this track is almost scary at times. This is definitely psychotic, hypnotic, psychedelic meditation. That's what I'm going to call this one. This is actually part 2 of that song. It's called 2 with Meditation. And this features Steve Benino and Robeone. And this one, man, I tell you what, when I was doing it, this is another one I did live, no, you know, all improv. and some weird stuff was coming out, and I just kept going through it. I thought it was cool. I kept triggering this one sound about 5 times through the song. I triggered this one sound that sounded like a train crossing. And I was like, man, that's cool. I'm going to leave that in there. So see if you guys can pick up on what I'm talking about here. We're going to go on to track number 4, Two with Meditation, from the brand new album ZEN, Tony Romero's Vortex. You guys know what to do. Crank it up, enjoy, and we'll be back. Yeah, that's right. I tell you, I listened back on that one, man. I'm just like, man, there's some parts on that that are just downright scary. Like, I love that Moog you put in there, though, man. That synth,
Yep.
that Pink Floyd kind of synth, just was so perfect right there. And that was one, man, where I just literally got into kind of a trance and just kind of kept going. And that, that's what came out. And I love that pulse that Steve
Yep.
created with the bass. That really added a lot to the track, I thought. When Steve sent that over. By the way, I doubled up Steve's bass line on that in production. I actually layered it on there twice, and then I added just a little slight tremolo to it, so it just had a little bit of a kind of a pulse wave to it. And I thought that was kind of a neat mix. I really liked it when it was done. I sent it over to Steve and I said, "What do you think?" And he said, "Oh, perfect." So I was like, "All right, cool." So we're gonna go with that. So let's see. I think we only got one long track left. I think the rest of these are fairly short. This next one I think is just me. I don't think Rob, are you on this one? I don't remember. Let me look here.
What is it? Where am I? Who are you?
What were your thoughts going into that last one, Rob?
Me?
Yeah, you're Rob. Yeah.
Yeah, just, doing my thing.
Just
Listening to what you did and trying to, put stuff in there. And
right. Yeah. You guys, I messed up the credits, man. I don't, how did this get by us? I sent it to all of us to say, hey, am I making any mistakes? And this says that Steve's on this track, but he's not. He's on 3, 5, and 8. This one here, I think, is just me. This is called Relax Zenation. Get it? Zen.
Yep.
This is another one that I did in one take. This is just straight up one take improv, but this is a short one. This is only 3 minutes and 6 seconds. And again, I had the Korg and the Hydrosynth and the Roland all hooked together. And I also used a looper on this one. So I did live looping on this, and you could hear the loop section in there. I used a Zoom G1X. The Zoom G1X. If you're listening out there, Zoom, I could use a sponsorship. This is sponsored by Zoom.
Tell me about it. I got one of them too.
Oh, this thing is so cool. So on this one, I used a looper, and I looped a little section in here. So this is called Relax Zenation. You guys crank it up, enjoy, and we'll be back in a few minutes with Robeone. That's right.
soap from the, well, I got a treatment soap too, so the puppy got me. I'm a little just tired. I'm actually on the air right now with the Tony. Here we have our CD song going on. ZEN album. What is it? It's not on any, no, it's just, I mean, today, it's just available on CD thing, and it hasn't hit the street yet. You know, whatever, a week or whatever, how long it takes. It should be soon. Hang on, I'm getting ready to go live. Let me call you back after the show.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome back. That was called Relax Zen Nation. That's right. Track number 5.
Very lovely.
Yeah, I like that one. That was cool, man. That was made to bring you down off of your crazy psychotic hypnosis from 2 with meditation. That was to bring you down. I was like coming down after some heavy doses of LSD or something, you know. The next one here, I think, is me and Rob. And this is the last long track. This is 9 minutes. The rest of them are pretty short. This is the first one I broke out my Native Instruments MK3 on this one. And I am just falling in love with this piece of equipment. I have not turned on my synthesizers in like 2 weeks. So what I do, I have its own MIDI controller. It's called Complete 8. And it's a MIDI controller specifically for the MK3, which is a groove box. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it comes with like a bazillion sounds. Yeah, I mean, it has a CS80. It has a Yamaha CS80 on it. It has all kinds of Arturia software on it. It is super cool, and I can control it with my MIDI controller, so it's perfect. And then this is one that I did the arrangement on and sent it over to Rob, and he did... he Robeone-ized it. Robized it. Robert Schindlerized it. I guess. We'll go with that. So this is called Be Calm. What's that, Rob?
I did something.
Yeah, you always do, man. You always do. This is called Be Calm. And this is another one. It's just designed to just really calmness, wellness, health, sleep, meditation, all that good stuff. So you guys know what to do. Crank it up, enjoy. And we'll be back in a few minutes with a Robeone. That's right.
course.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome back. That was Be Calm. Track
I'm
number six.
calm. I'm definitely calm.
Rob's back there yawning here in the video. He's like, "Oh, I know it's sleepy time. Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum. Do you remember them?
No,
That band? No, they are very
I
odd.
just remember the song "Sleepy Time" from Cream.
Now there's a band out there called Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum or something like that.
Okay.
So anyway, big thanks to Adam. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you purchasing a copy of.
Oh wow! Yay!
Thank you. Appreciate that. So we got 3 tracks to go here. This is one that Rob and I did for the Bob Moog Foundation. And you want to tell us a little bit, Rob, about the Bob Moog Foundation, please?
Oh boy. Okay. Well, I'll start out with the Bob Moog Foundation is a completely separate entity than the Moog Company. It is run by Michelle Moog Kokosa, who is Bob Moog's daughter. It is the Moog Museum in Asheville. It is the Bob Moog Archives of the history of everything that he did. And also, it is the Bob Moog School, where they go to second grade schools and they train the teachers for one day, and then they present this great program to the kids to get them inspired in sound and music and innovation. And it's a wonderful organization. And I'm very involved with them. If anybody doesn't know, it's for sure. That's what I'll be working with at Progstock every year is always the Bob Moog Foundation, helping them out. And yeah, they're just great. And we have our fingers crossed. Sad news about what's going on with actually the Moog Company being recently taken over by a conglomerate, and a lot of people have been forced out and things like that. So it's no longer going to be, it looks like, built in Asheville, North Carolina anymore. It's going to be built overseas. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, they are 2 different entities. So that's the story there.
Cool. So Rob and I put this piece together. If you buy the single is purely going over to the Bob Moog Foundation. So thank you for all the good folks out there who have supported the single and purchased it. All those funds, 100% of those went over to the Bob Moog Foundation. Well, except Bandcamp's cut, but you know, it ain't much. But the rest of it all went over there. So thank you for all you who purchased it. As promised, this was going to be on ZEN. This is called Flowstrumental. And this is, of course, Robeone and I. And this is one I did make on my Native Instruments MK3. And like I said, man, I'm just falling in love with that thing, Rob. I wish you had one just so you could see how cool this thing is. I mean, it's once I learned how to arrange on it properly.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cool to be able to write these parts out and then move them around. and arrange them the way you want to arrange them and stuff. It's just, I can't
One
believe what
day,
piece of
one day when I
equipment.
grow up, maybe. I'll,
When I, you kids and your computers, right?
you got that right. Gosh,
But no, I just
telling
love
you.
the versatility of this instrument. It is so versatile, and you can just do so much. It's got pre-canned sounds in it if you want. It's got pre-canned drums, literally 1,000 pre-canned drums, any kind of drum. But the cool thing is you can manipulate them so easily. You can just get in there, load that sound palette, erase what they put in there, and then start from scratch with that sound palette. And that's just such a fun thing to do. And this thing is, it just makes music so much easier to record and to arrange and to write. For me, it's really been just a wow, a game changer for me and an eye opener about what modern synthesis can be. So here we go. This is Flow Instrumental featuring Robeone. You guys know what to do. Crank it up, enjoy. We'll be back. Oh. Yeah, that's right. Welcome back. That was
Ew.
Flow Instrumental. That's right. Hi, Rob.
That's a fun one. I love that.
Yeah, I love how that came out. That came out really cool. And again, that was made on the Native Instruments MK3. Like I said, man, I just can't give enough props to these guys for putting together such an amazing piece of gear. It's like, God, it's almost making my synthesizers obsolete because I have all these sounds and I can use the MIDI controller. And it's really a lazy way of making music, but God,
That's
I
the
got,
world. I'm old fashioned.
I
I'll
know
be,
you.
I'll only be bringing nine keyboards to Prog Stock.
It's only 9. See, here I would bring 2. I'd bring the MK3 and a MIDI controller, and I'd have everything I need, and a laptop, and I'd have everything I need to make a full array of music. And but Rob, you can handle 9 keyboards. I can't. I barely handle the like 6 that I have. I should really turn them on again. I just got that Novation bass station too. And I really dig that thing, man. That is a really cool piece of gear as well. I haven't turned it on like 2 weeks, man. I really need to, man. And I could run that into the MK3 as well, by the way. I can run and sample it and take
Yep.
those sounds and actually use them. I can assign like to each pad, there's 16 pads. I can assign each one a different sound and then roll with them from there. Anyway, enough tech talk here. It's boring people here. We got 2 tracks to go. We got Bally, which features Steve Bonino on bass, and then Peyote. Rob, I know you're not feeling good. You want me to let you go from here?
Yep, that'd be good.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you hanging in there.
I'll be in the chat. Thanks.
All right, buddy. Go get some rest, man. I love you, brother. You have a good one, and thank you for everything you do, man.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for sticking in there. Wake up.
All right, brother.
Take care, buddy.
All right, later. Ladies and gentlemen, Robeone. That's right. Rob's not feeling so hot today, and I really appreciate him hanging in there. And Rob got his old man shots or something, and he's just not feeling good. I asked him before the show if he wanted to continue. He said yes. So he's a trooper, man. He's more of a man than I'll ever be, Robeone. But anyway, big props to Robert Schindler, man. Thank you so much for everything you do. I have just so much respect for everything you do, brother. So anyway, we got 2 tracks to go here. This is the second single released a couple weeks ago over at Melodic Revolution Records. This is called Bally. This features Steve Bonino on bass. And then we got 1 track to go, and then that's it. So you guys know what to do. Crank it up, enjoy. We'll be back shortly. That's right. That's right. Hey, that is track number 8 from the brand new Tony Romero's Vortex CD. It is called Zen. You can find that at tonyromerosvortex.bandcamp.com. That comes to us courtesy of Melodic Revolution Records. That's right. Oh, we got one track to go, guys. This is one that just reminded me of an acid trip, so I named it Peyote. So, because it's kind of psychedelic. So let's do this. This is another one I did in one take with the triple combo of the Roland FA06, the Korg Minilog XD, and the Hydrasynth Explorer. So this is the final track on the album. Crank it up. Enjoy. This is called Peyote. We'll be back in a few minutes. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Welcome back. That was called Peyote. That was the last track on the brand new album, Tony Romero's Vortex Zen. And you can find that at Bandcamp, tonyromerosvortex.bandcamp.com, courtesy of Melodic Revolution Records. That's right. That was another one I did in one take, by the way. That was a one-take improv. And it's a fun little tune, a little crazy, a little bit of a kind of a funky, herky-jerky little funky mix there and a funky beat. So, you guys, thank you so much for listening today, man. I really appreciate it. We're going to cut it a little bit short today. I got stuff to do. This is my last day. Oh, by the way, guys, I go back to work full time next week. Yay. They finally cleared me to go back to work after being off for 3 months. Well, I wasn't off for 3 months. I've been on the last 6 weeks. I've been on part-time. They only wanted me to work 4 hours a day while I recover. I tell you, man, I'm still not feeling 100%, but man, I'm going crazy just sitting around all day watching YouTube, man. I got to get out. So I'm going to go for it, man. I'm going back to work Tuesday, full time, back to 4 10-hour shifts. I hope I can do 10 hours, man. That's a little scary. That's a little scary, man. That's a long day sitting in an office for 10 hours. But hopefully, as long as I keep busy, I'll be okay. As long as there's not too much downtime. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate it, brother. So for all of you out there who tuned in today, man, thank you so much. Thank you for all the kind feedback and all the kind comments you guys sent over. Big thanks to Robeone, Robert Schindler, Steve Bonino, and Peter Matushniak for contributing to the album. And again, that was my first attempt at doing something on my own, all the way down to production and mixing and the arrangements and everything. I did that all on my own. And that was my first attempt at it. So it's kind of a big deal for me, being an amateur musician with no training. You know, I play it by ear as I go. So anyway, what do we got here? We got about a couple minutes to go here before I get to the last track. I'm going to end it with some Robeone. Big thanks to Rob again for being on the show today and helping me introduce the album. Thank you for all you folks who joined us in the chat room, man. I always appreciate you guys being here from week to week, man. You guys are the best. Next week on the show, I got Merrick Arnold from 7 Steps to the Green Door, UPF, Cyril, Toxic Smile, Flaming Row, and we're going to be playing his brand new album, Merrick Arnold's Prog Rock Project. So we're going to be playing tracks from that next week. So make sure and tune in here to listen to Merrick. He's been on the show before. He's just such a great guy. I am such a big fan of him. He is so talented. Plays keyboards, wind instruments, saxophone, clarinet. I mean, this guy just does it all, man. He is so talented. So with that, you guys, man, I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting House of Prog, and thanks for supporting my show, The Progressive Microscope. By the way, season 4 is going to be completely different. I got another whole new idea and a whole new other thing lined up here. More details to follow here in the next month or so. We'll start that in January like we do every year. We start The Progressive Microscope in January. And I hope to open up with Mama Shar because I had to cancel our show together, and we'll see what she says about doing show number 1 on The Progressive Microscope here next year. So with that, I'm going to take us out with Morning Rush by Robeone. You guys, don't forget to check out Prog Stock here in 2 weeks. If you can't be there, you can watch it on Stage It. I think it's stageit.com. You can watch it. You just purchase some tokens, and then you can watch. Real easy and super cheap. It's like $1. It is like super reasonable, so you'll be able to tune in there. I know I'm going to do it, so you guys, if you can't be there, you guys get out there and do it too, and support Prog Stock. So with that, you guys, peace, love, be good to each other. We will see y'all back here next week with The Progressive Microscope and Merrick Arnold. So have a great week, everybody. Love you guys.